Jerry, don't play by the tools. Anyway, first step, have your miter saw set to 0 degrees. You want to cut a nice flat. And then once the blade is flat, you can do two things. You can either measure how long a blade you want, or you can do what I do and get a general feel for it. So, my hand's about here. I'll want a pommel, so say that much. I want a grip and crossguard, of course. So, I will go, say, crossguard here. Ish. That looks good to me. Now, my blade, I want a nice long blade, so I'll go to here. About an arm length and a bit. And we'll give her a cut. And then if your piece is long enough from the same piece, so I don't even need that second piece of scrap I had. Just place it across. And say, that's a good crossguard. There to say there. Yeah, that works. The exact length doesn't quite matter so much. So much as it matters that these lengths are equal. And see, I'm not using a pencil here. It's because I can line the blade up. I push it keeping this side flush. Now I hold this in place, take this away, and I do my cut. And there we go, that's what we're going to start with for our sword. I'll meet you at the table saw. And here we are. You want to rotate the blade until you find the point of the tooth that is closest to the wall, as that will be the inside of your cut. And right now I'm a little close. Let's try to check that now. There we go, just about 2 inches. Again, it doesn't have to be exact. Next we want to set the depth for our saw. We want to place our wood next to it, and see that's way too high. That's a big safety hazard. There's a big wheel in the front of your saw. You turn it counterclockwise, and you want it just about 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch above your piece. And then we're ready to cut. But don't forget, we want to keep our fingers, so never forget your push stick. Alright, and now that we've cut them down to size, we're going to do a couple things. We're going to figure out where we want our hand. See, this feels like a two-handed sword. So we're going to want at least two-handed grip with a bit of a pommel, so about here. Let's mark a nice line here. Erase the old one. And if it doesn't erase, just put an X so you know. Then we take one of these crossguards here, line it up nice to the line. It doesn't matter if you have it even across, just make sure it's as level as you can. Do your top line. Now this square, you're not going to sand away when we get to the sander. You're going to leave it square because these will cut half the depth of this into a square here on both of these, so that after we shape them, this will be the guard. But this will be handle, and doesn't have to be perfect, the drawing. Let's just do a nice flare at the top too into the handle. And yeah, that looks good. Now, important step here. Hold these two fingers on a ridge on the edge here. Find your middle line. Hold it, and then pull the wood back to mark a nice line all the way in the middle of the top. Because because you'll groove this way and this way to make the two edges of the blade. Now out here you can either make a straight point, or as I like to do with wood, a bit of a curved point to the side. Try and make sure these ends end up at the same spot, but you can always fix that once you're on the sander. And there we go. We are ready to shape on the scroll saw. Got a bit of a gap, so we'll clean that up just a tiny bit more on the table saw. There we go. There we go. Nice and tight. So when I glue that in the future, it will be perfect. Now the trick with the handle for sanding is frog tape and glue. Now if you use super glue, it'll be a lot faster. I only have wood glue right now, but it works just as well. You want to take a couple strips, put them across here, both sides. Then you want to spread some glue on. Not too much, because you don't want it to spread out past the tape. If you're wondering why I'm using the lid as a brush, it's because for some reason the lid decided not to open today. Let me pop some excess. And then we just want to put these together. You can use a clamp or just take some tape. And there we go. Now we wait for that to dry. And while we wait for that to dry, we can feel free to add whatever flare we want to the handle. I'll start with this. We'll see what happens. But every piece I do ends up evolving. Yeah, you're a little too much. I'll line up to the hole there, you too. Alright, let's let that dry. And now that it's dry, it's time to cut out the pattern. It is absolutely okay at this stage for the cut to not be absolutely perfect, as we will be fixing that on the belt sander. Time for the sword. And there we go. A nice profile. Next we take the blade, and we want to mark right on here, right about the middle, and mark it all the way down. As that is our reference point for the grinder to grab this bevel down to that edge. And now it's time to sand this sword. We're going to leave this square as is for when we put on the crossguard. And now for the handle. And there we go. There's the grip. And now for the crossguard. There we go. And now for my favorite part. Fire. And there's our crossguard. And our sword. And that is how they look together. Now it's time to take this off. Put the chisel in that seam. Give a light tap. Oh. Now if it doesn't open, like this just didn't, that means some glue got off of the tape that I had put on the inside, and this is now sealed. But that's okay, because it just makes it slightly more difficult to put the glue on. But here we go. I want to apply just a light amount of glue. Try to be far from the edges as much as we can. Slide it on slow. And we're going to have some excess here. Finger wipe that away. Set that to dry, and I will, and I'll keep coming back to check on any drips, and then I'll come back later and finish her up.